Many know that in the United States, child labor existed during the Industrial Revolution, but they do not know that child labor is still a serious issue affecting several other countries. To fully understand the impact of child labor, one must understand who it affects and why. The Trade Development Act of 2000 defines the worst forms of child labor as slavery, compulsory labor, prostitution, pornographic performances, and all work that is likely to harm the health, safety, or morals of children. The laws are dependent of the country's jurisdiction that the work is practiced in.
Child labor is a significant problem in China, South and Central America, Africa, Ivory Coast, and Mali. In Mali, child labor focuses on artisanal gold mining, which is small-scale gold mining that uses rudimentary methods to extract and process the materials. This is a job dangerous for adults, let alone children, because this mining takes place in hazardous conditions and they often handle toxic substances.
A workforce of 20,000 children spend their days hauling heavy loads of gold ore and digging big holes. The conditions are dangerous. Miners are forced to rely on extremely low-tech methods and are very badly organized. These children literally risk life and limb, says Juliana Kippenberg, a senior children's rights researcher from Human Rights Watch. Children often work alongside their parents, since they alone cannot earn enough money to support a family, or children are sent across country lines to find work. Children who work in artisanal gold mining are often paid next to nothing, a bag of gold or dirt that may not even contain gold, that they can refine on their own time.
Perhaps the most harmful trait of artisanal gold mining is that many workers, including children, handle mercury, an extremely toxic chemical that is used to refine the ore into a sellable commodity. An 11-year-old girl from Mali told Human Rights Watch how she works with mercury. Once the ore is panned, you put a bit of mercury in it. You rub the ore and the mercury with your two hands. Then when the mercury has attracted the gold, you put it on a metal box and burn it. When I am finished, I sell the gold to a trader. I do this daily. I know mercury is dangerous, but I don't know how. I do not protect myself.
In some ways, this is an unseen threat since it does not affect the miner's well-being on a day-to-day basis. Over time, however, it can lead to neurological conditions including tremors, coordination problems, vision impairment, headaches, memory loss, and concentration problems. Lastly, almost all of the children working in the mines do not go to school, and likely will not in the future since families need every able hand to support a healthy lifestyle. By not educating the present generation, this in turn reduces the likelihood that citizens could secure higher paying jobs and not need their children to enter the labor force.
To stop the many issues regarding child labor in Mali, Human Rights Watch called upon the government, as well as international supporters, to enforce existing labor laws that would end all forms of child labor in artisanal mining. If the government were to implement the June 2011 Action Plan on Child Labor, improve access to education, abolish all school fees, offer state support for community schools, offer a cash transfer program to fund schooling for vulnerable children, work to develop a comprehensive health strategy to address the effects of mercury use, and provide stronger economic support for artisanal gold miners, it would drastically help to get children back into schools.
In other countries around the world, many world leaders are making regulations that stop the worst forms of child labor from happening, although it continues illegally in a variety of places as well. In the Ivory Coast and Ghana, for example, two of the world's largest cacao producers that use a significant amount of child labor, $17 million were sent from the U.S. Department of Labor and powerful chocolate companies to build schools and rural families out of poverty so that they don't have to rely on their children's wages. You can help too, by signing petitions, going to local protests, or refusing to buy products that use child labor. You can all help to get kids out of the workforce and into schools.